Hello everyone, we are at Embedded World and I have Sandor here with me. He's the engineering team lead for Embedded Business Unit at Tuxera. And we are going to talk about the networking stacks and a little bit about the networking products that we have. Sandor might have very good advice for embedded engineers, product managers and similar. So Sandor, first of all, how is the show for you?
Oh, thank you. So far it's really good. It's very interesting. We have very good conversation with potential customers and potential partners. And it's quite an eye-opener in different topics, in different areas as well. Thank you.
So what advice would you give if they had to select a networking stack for their systems?
So there are various things to consider. I mean, first of all, when designing a system, before even going to the network stack, we need to decide what sort of hardware are we going to use. We need to select the right CPU, the right MCU, and decide whether the appropriate features and the functionalities are integrated in the CPU. But after that, there are next things to decide, because it might be that we are using an existing solution and we would like to change the networking solution into that because something is not satisfactory enough in that. And in that case, we need to ask the question to ourselves, okay, what is not working properly? What do we need to fix? And if the alternative solution, if the new solution would be able to achieve this kind of requirements. The next question is what sort of applications do we want to use? Is that an existing application that we would like to integrate to the new solution, or is this something that we would like to develop ourselves? And if it's an existing one, how well it's going to integrate with the new solution, with the new network stack? Then there are other questions like, do we want to use a wired or wireless solution? If it's wireless, then it should be a Wi-Fi, it should be a modem or something else. Or next one is about if it's a battery-powered device. If it's a battery-powered device, we need to design our system very carefully and make sure that whatever we do, it's going to work in a very optimized way, and it's going to consume as little power as possible. Well, then there are other questions like going to the bigger domain, like the security topics. So is it a sensitive or non-sensitive data going to be transferred over the network? If it's sensitive, then how do we want to protect? Do we want to introduce layer 2, layer 3, layer 4 protection, maybe MACsec or IPsec or TLS? Is our network vulnerable? Is it exposed to potential security attacks? And if that is the case, how are we going to do countermeasures? How do we choose appropriately, carefully the necessary algorithm? Then the other topic is about the quality aspect. So depending on the target industry, we might need to fulfill different quality requirements. Like if we are in the automotive environments, then it should be ISO 26262 compliant, perhaps, if avionics D0178, if it's industrial IEC 61508. And here, one very important aspect to understand is that if, as an example with the automotive environments, the software, the supplier, should meet very high quality requirements. There has to be a safety culture in place for the company, but we need to understand that that's a collaborative effort. So we need to know what kind of safety cases we need to address, and then the supplier needs to do a gap analysis and make sure that everything is fulfilled and potentially do the necessary adjustments. The next thing is about the support questions. So, for instance, I mean, we might want to integrate this into a critical environment where we need a very high level of support from the supplier, and then it could even be 24/7 support is required, how quickly the company can react and how fast they can provide useful help to us.
All right, thank you, Sandor, for this interview.